Hey there, it's your girl Suzette Vearnon, and welcome to my channel where I am redefining my 60s on my own terms. If this is your first time, what you'll find here is someone who looks like you, dark skin, kinky hair, over 60, 65 as a matter of fact, who is really talking about the things that concern us in our 60s. And one of the things that I definitely want to touch on is sleep. How many of you that when you became perimenopausal, menopausal, postmenopausal, any of those menopausal, that you noticed one of the first things that happened to you was your sleep got affected? I know I was one of them. And to be honest with you, sleep had gotten to be such a challenge that I honestly stopped looking forward to going to sleep. Or I'd stay up late at night in hopes that by going to bed later, I would have more a more concise, uninterrupted sleep, if that makes sense. Like for instance, if I went to bed at let's say 10:30, then chances were that I'd wake up at least 2 times in the middle of the night, right? And then have to go back to sleep. And also because I had had neck and shoulder issues, my brain was constantly trying to track what was going on. If I was laying funny, or if I feared that my neck was going to be hurting or my shoulder was going to be hurting, my brain would be like, okay, it's time for you to turn over. So my brain was constantly chatting with me, even while I was trying to sleep, trying to manage my body in such a way that I would not wake up the next morning with pain in the back of my head, my neck hurting or being stiff, or my shoulders hurting. And so I did not look forward to going to sleep. But what I found, at least what my brain tried to trick me into thinking, was if I went to bed at like 12 or 1 in the morning, then it would give me a shorter window of time. And in that window of time, I'd be tired, and it would increase my likelihood that I would have uninterrupted sleep. I know to somebody that makes a lot of sense because that's what you've been doing. But if somebody else should be thinking, that don't make no kind of sense. But it's funny the kind of games you'll play with yourself when you're sleep deprived. Right? When you're trying to figure out how to get sleep in, but yet you fear going to sleep because you're afraid you're going to trigger some medical issue, some pain, some neuropathy, some something. And so you dread going to sleep. And going to sleep used to be something I looked forward to. But I also know that for a lot of women that are menopausal, insomnia can be an issue as well. And so I wanted to talk today specifically to those who are having difficulties sleeping through the night. I will never tell anybody that I'm an expert because I'm not. What I hope to do with this channel is to share some things that are working for me and to invite you to share some things that are working for you, so that the people that follow or the people that might pass by or they might be interested in the subject matter might get something. If they don't get it from me, maybe in the comments they'll get something that'll really be exactly what they've been looking forward to. Now, I know you've probably noticed that I have something hanging around my neck before I get into the sleep thing. And this right here is EarthCalm. And my neuropathic doctor recommended that I purchase this little thing right here because I was having issues with my body absorbing nutrients and absorbing the supplements that were being prescribed for me because of radiation. And not just radiation from x-rays and stuff like that, but if you have a microwave in your home and you leave it plugged in all the time, that's radiation. If you're using your cell phones, you're on your computers a lot, you're exposing yourself to radiation. So she suggested I get this and also unplug my microwave when I'm not using it. But to wear this as well, because even when I go out places, when you go to restaurants, when you go even to the gym, some things might be popped into a microwave. microwaves are such a part of this landscape, and computers and all these different things, that I've just gotten to the habit of wearing this around my neck everywhere I go. And so I wanted to recommend it to you as well. It's from a company called EarthCalm, and what it provides is EMF protection for home, on the go, cell phones, and wireless. EarthCalm has you covered. Protection against cell phones, Wi-Fi, 5G. That's another culprit. And electrical radiation. That's what this is all about. And so this product right here is helping to protect me, or at least to significantly diffuse the amount of radiation that my body gets exposed to on a daily, hourly, moment by moment basis. And so, yeah. And I want to recommend that to you as well. I always say check with your doctor, or check with your homeopathic person, your naturopathic doctor. You know, check with somebody who has some credentials before you really purchase anything. But this is definitely something to consider for high doses of radiation that have become normalized in this high-tech, high-speed, very computer-driven, technology-driven world that we live in. So I wanted to share that with you in hopes that maybe that gives you something else that can help you to have a healthier life and to be more well. Now, to the topic at hand, which is sleep. I know that a lot of studies say that we need 6 to 8 hours of sleep. Now, I like to say, which is also true, people have different sleep patterns, right? They have just different rhythms in the way that they, and how their bodies, and how their bodies work, and how they are energetically. Some of you are night owls. Some of you are morning people. So, hey, that's definitely something that you need to consider. But all things considered, if you're having difficulty sleeping and you don't want to be popping pills, taking a whole bunch of medicine or whatever, I found something that has really helped me better than anything else I have done to date since entering into these menopausal streets, and especially entering into my 60s. And this is what I call my trifecta. What it is magnesium. Now this brand is one that is ordered. Let me see if I can turn it in a way that you can see it. Can you see that? If I can get it close enough. Yeah, there you go. This brand by Pharma is ordered specifically through my naturopathic doctor. And it is a very, very pure form of magnesium. It's liquid. What I do is I have like tempered water. Basically, I have this little cup warmer. Like if I want to have tea or something, a 1 cup warmer, I keep it plugged in. And what I'll do is I'll put 1 ounce of water in a cup and turn on my cup warmer. So it'll heat the water up. Then once the water is heated, and usually I can tell because it's got little bubbles in the water, then what I'll do, and this was recommended by my naturopathic doctor. So if you decide to use this product again, talk to your medical professional, whoever that is, and ask them to give you feedback just in case there's something going on with you medically that this might not be good for you, right? So anyway, this right here is pure. She told me to put 20 drops of this in my water, right? So this is what I do in the evenings. I take this, right, this product here. I want you to be able to see it, right? There you go. There you go. And then this right here product I purchased from my chiropractor. And I'm sure you can order it. It's an Herbal Relief Balm, Moon and Back. It helps me with my sore muscles and stuff like that. So if you have any kind of arthritic pain, any sore muscles after working out, if you've had an adjustment or whatever and it's left your muscles feeling some kind of way, this right here product, let's see if you can see that. Yes. Good, you can see it. There you go. Moon and back. And it's just I think a kind of analgesic cream. You see that? And what I'll use that, and I also use lavender. Now, I don't use undiluted lavender. I don't do that, but I use some kind of like a friend of mine gave me this some months back. This is Doctor's Way. It's a lavender fragrance and melatonin pillow spray. Right? This right here. This was given to me. And even before this was given to me, I had gotten this from being a product influencer, you know, where someone will ask you to use a product and then to post on Instagram or on your socials to kind of do a review. Well, that's what I did. That's how I got this product right here. I didn't pay money for it, but it was a linen spray with lavender and chamomile, right? Well, when I used up all of that, I had some pure lavender drops. And what I did is I put some distilled water in here and some lavender drops in here. Now you can add other things. You can add chamomile to it. You can add witch hazel to it. You can add something else calming. But this right here, you see that? This right here is just something that I put together. You know, a couple of drops of lavender, distilled water, shook it up. Either one of these will work, right? Either one of them will work. As of late, I have been using this as my spray in the bathroom. Like when you get through using the bathroom, to spray this around. Instead of an aerosol, I've been spraying that, and it has this wonderful lavender smell in the bathroom. And I keep this on my credenza beside my bed. And what I do at night before I go to bed, I heat up the water for my magnesium, right? I'll put the 20 drops in the hot water. I don't put the drops in until the water is hot. I put that in. I'll put a little of this on my fingers and I'll rub it on my neck, only because this is the area where I would have difficulties because of tightness in the back of my head and pain back here. So I'll put some of the moon and back, sides of my neck, back of my neck, and on my shoulders. And then I'll spray some of this under the bottom of my feet. Just a quick spray under the bottom of both feet, right? So this is the order. I'll go drink my 1 ounce of magnesium water, that warm, tempered water, as if I'm, having a hot beverage. But I get it kind of tempered, not so tempered that I can't swallow it, but hot enough that I know it's a hot beverage or a very, very warm beverage. So I'll drink that down first. Then I'll take this, my moon and back. My moon and back. Put that on my neck. Then I'll sit on my bed, which is behind me, and I'll just spray some of this lavender blend. Spray it underneath the balls of my feet. And then I'll just lay down. And I'm telling you, before I know it, I am asleep, and I'm sleeping through the night. I mean, like going to bed at like 10:30, 11, sleeping through the night. It calms me, even calms my brain when my brain is not constantly trying to monitor to see how I'm turning and how I'm laying and, how I'm contorting while I sleep. I wake up some of any kind of way the next day with no pain, no neck pain, no headache pain, no shoulder pain. And I've had a good, uninterrupted night sleep. So if this really appeals to you and you don't have any medical issues that might cause this to cause you harm, I want you to try it. I want you to try it. Some people don't even go through the magnesium and the muscle salve. They just put this on the bottom of their feet. As a matter of fact, I read it somewhere where somebody just sprays lavender on the bottom of their feet and it helps them to sleep. So I said, okay, when I did that by itself, it didn't really help me to sleep. But when I did it with the other things, the magnesium, which was very calming, with the warmth, it just calms my body inside. The moon and back, which I put it on my neck just preemptively, not because I'm in pain, but I put it on preemptively, and it gives me this kind of like menthol, you know how icy hot and stuff like that feels. You have this kind of menthol paste that really helps your muscles. So I put that on, and it's really good stuff, really good stuff. And I'm going to put the links to all of this in my description, okay? Just in case you want to try it or talk it over with your doctor, you can pull it up. And then this product right here by Doctor's Way. Spray it underneath my feet, and I'm telling you, that has helped me better than a pill. That's helped me better than hot chamomile tea. That's helped me better than anything. And I've done it consistently enough to see that the results are consistent. It's not a thing that I tried it one night and I was like, oh wow, that happened one night and it was good. No, I've tried it for several nights and it has been so good. So tell me what you think. If there's a regimen that you have at night that works for you and helps you to sleep through the night, put it in the comments so that people who read the comments will not only have what works for me, but see a variety of things that they can try that can really help them to really get a good night's sleep. Because pain is partly what disrupts my sleep. Then yes, having this kind of analgesic kind of a rub on my, not analgesic, is that the right word for it? It's a salve. It's kind of a muscle pain relief salve. Using that on those areas where I carry stress the most and the areas that tend to be trigger points when I lay down. You know, that kind, if you have a stiff neck or things like that, then you know what I'm talking about. How you can have pain. Even if you might have had acupuncture or something like that that leaves you with a little bit of pain. This right here has really been very, very helpful. And I've also used this after I've had like dry needling done in my neck or in my shoulders, micro needling done in my neck and my shoulders to help with the tension, to help release the tension. I've used this and it hasn't stung. It hasn't had any negative results for me doing it. So anyway, if you like what I'm sharing with you, please feel free to like, to share, and to subscribe. By subscribing, you get notifications when a new episode drops. So until the next episode, bye for now.